Because he lives, I can face tomorrow. Because he lives, all fear is gone. Hey guys, it's Lady Cheryl here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I hope you would like the content and you will subscribe. I am a 70-year-old senior citizen that has been gardening for 40 years. And I'm shooting this at about, it's about 9:15, Bria? At night, and I'm showing you my new solar lights that my son-in-law put out for me. There's one right there, and one here, and one over here. And he has security cameras, so behind me, there are lights. But I wanted to show you my solar hummingbirds that I got for my birthday. I'm gonna try to go a little closer so you can see them. They're pretty. And they asked me what I wanted, and then I showed them. And they came from Amazon. And so it's real pretty out here at night. It's a little cooler than it normally is, but I'm not gonna be out here too long because we've been having a lot of hot weather. And my son-in-law also hung up those brackets so I can put those hanging baskets that I got for my birthday also in the shade, you know, in front of the fence so they won't get so scorched. But I looked at the long-term forecast and we're supposed to have temperatures in the 90s, lower 90s. And that's pretty good for us because this time of year it's over 100 degrees. But we've got a cool front coming in. I hope that it lasts. If you're wondering what that noise in the background is, that's my son-in-law filtering his pool. He does it, has it set to do it at nighttime. Okay, let's get started with this video. Guys, look how much the sweet potato slips are growing. They're growing so fast. Yep, look up here, guys, look. Wow. You can untangle it if you can, Bria. Okay. And they're just doing exactly what I wanted them to do, to climb up this trellis. So let's go down here. Give me this one. We're going to go out and then in. And then back out. And that'll give them something to climb on too. Because they're going to sprawl all over here. And we're going to remove some of them and put them in a different container. But they have exceeded my expectation this early on. Because it's been a week? Mm-hmm. If that. All right, okay. This morning we're going to harvest a lot of stevia. I'm going to cut it all the way back. You can see here it's going to seed. I'm going to leave some of the seed pods here to let them mature. And Bria and I are going to cut this all the way back. Guys, this is how I dried my stevia. After washing it, you know, we picked the leaves and I put it up under one of my hydroponic systems. This is the garden cube. And in 2 days, being on 12 hours a day, they totally dried. Now, there are other ways that you could preserve or extract the sweetness from the stevia leaf. One is by using vegetable glycerin, and I have a video on that. That's just a piece of stevia. And I have a video on that, as well as how you can extract it using alcohol. But I'm going to make a tea to keep my blood pressure down with hibiscus, so I'm just going to add this to the tea. This morning, guys, Brian and I pulled up this plant. Pull it up, let them see, Brian. We planted when it was cold in March. And it only gave us a few peppers. It's not worth it. It's taking up valuable real estate. And also, I pulled up these marigolds that are matured. What I'm going to do this morning is, Brian is going to go over there in the wheelbarrow, right there, and go closer. And he's going to take that shovel, and he's going to get me a big scoop of compost. And then we're going to amend the soil, and we're going to plant those cantaloupe seeds that I showed you guys in my last video that I saved. Because we have time to get more cantaloupe. And here's the other plant under shade cloth. And we'll just slide this under the shade cloth, and in about 60 days we'll have some more cantaloupe. Just bring in more compost. We already put one shovel in, and he's bringing some more, and I'm gonna pull the little roots out.
Do I go get some more?
One more shovel, Brian. He's getting it from the compost pile in that gorilla cart that I have holes drilled at the bottom of it for drainage. And yeah, what we took out of the garden, we put over there that doesn't have any evidence of fungus or disease, and we put it back into our pots. Out the dead debris, roots. Yeah, the little old roots, it's just taking up space. Right now, what I'm going to do is reach in the container and pull up some of the old soil and mix it with the compost. So these are the seeds that I saved from one melon, and I'm going to plant these right here in this container, and I'm going to grow them up on the trellis, this tomato cage, just same way I did the other one. Cover it up with a little soil, and then Brian is going to move the pot back to where it was under the shade cloth, and then Bria will water it for us. Minnesota miniature cantaloupe will fall off the vine when it's ready to be eaten.
Hey everybody, it's Bria, and there's a lot of food under these shade cloths. And I just harvested these 3 eggplants.
What type of eggplants are they, Bria?
I think they're like...
Japanese.
Oh, Japanese.
Yeah. Bria was harvesting today, but sometimes you have to go behind children. I picked up a few things that she missed. So when you harvesting with children, just be sure to realize they're just children and they're going to make mistakes. But we have to teach the young. Here are some cucumber seedlings I germinated in a few days in my hydroponic systems inside, and I removed them this morning, and I'm going to grow them with beans. Beans and cucumbers can grow well together because the beans will add nitrogen to the soil that the cucumbers desperately need. So I'm going to put, I have 4 seeds. I'm going to bury 4 of these seeds in 2 of the pots that I'm growing beans in. And by the way, those beans are bush beans. So they will kind of shade out a little of the cucumbers as they grow up on the tomato cage that I will use as a trellis. And I'm going to walk over here and pull the shade back. And you can see I have beans growing right there. I'm going to put 2 in this pot with a tomato cage, and then I'll find another spot for the other 2. What you see here, guys, is insect netting. And what Bria and I did was we doubled it and we attached it to this trellis in my prayer garden because those 6, keep trying to wave, those 6 pots are drying out too fast. It was 101 and 106 with the heat index yesterday. It's going to be even warmer today. So I just want to share. You can use whatever you have that is breathable, that you can get water through it and sunlight can filter through it. If you don't have shade cloth like this, you can use this. And I want to show you 2 more gifts I got for my birthday.
It's really pretty.
Yeah, they are pretty, and when it's really windy, you'll see the real effect. But it's early in the morning and the wind is real low right now. Now I'm going to show it to you from a distance so you can see that light will get through there. And I live with my daughter. In case my new subscribers don't know, I'm telling you this. And I got her permission to hang that cloth. My daughter is very, very neat. She gets from her mama. And she's OCD. And when she sees changes that she wasn't aware of, she goes into a little spin. Not bad. So I always ask her when I'm doing something decorative or, and anything like wiring, internet, I converse with my son-in-law first. But even if you have a cotton sheet, whatever you have, guys, in this heat, if you live in Texas, North Texas, where I do, it gets scorching hot, and you want to preserve your plants. Do what you can. And here's another little tip. When I was purchasing shade cloth, I will always purchase it in the winter. You can check eBay, Amazon, you can check Etsy, and also Greenhouse Mega Store. I try to buy garden essentials off season when it's on sale. Hey everybody, this morning I'm working with Brian out in my garden, and I'm teaching him how you can grow a lot of food in a medium-sized space. And today I noticed that I have okra growing up, and I went back and looked in my seeds that I'm using for this year, and I pulled out the cucumber package that Brian is holding, and that is a beta alpha cucumber, and it's a vining type, of course, and it doesn't need to cross-pollinate. You know, the female flower have to be cross-pollinated with the male flower, and the bees and other pollinators do that. But with this one, it doesn't have to. I'm going to sprinkle a few seeds where I have some bare spaces. And I walked around and looked at everything, and I noticed that I got some space where the okra is. And I know that those cucumbers and okra are companion plants, and we're going to do that this morning. Okay, Brian, let's go. So you're going to take a few seeds out the package, and we're going to go over here where we don't have a lot of okra growing in a container. Now, yesterday we put cantaloupe over here and over here, but there's another container of okra. So Brian, you're going to put 2 seeds, you know, about 6 inches apart right here, and then you're going to put 1 here, and that way we can train them to grow up the trellis. Now, move out the way a little bit so you can see your hands. You're going to move the mulch away a little bit. Don't go down too far. That's perfect, Brian. Cover it up and pat it down. I've already watered it. And put another one about right here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to focus, but he has his hand in the way. Try to keep your hand in the way where people can see what you're doing, Brian. And you're going to put 1 seed right here where my finger is. Over closer this way. Yes, move the mulch back. Move the mulch back. I'm going to try to go in closer, guys, so you can see. You're going to put 1 seed right there. Cover it up. Pat it down. And then let's put 1 right over here. Closer to the edge, and we'll get another cage. Right, move the mulch back. Brian, you have to move the mulch back, or the seedling, they're delicate. It won't go through there. Brian, stop. Please move the mulch. I see a big bark right there. See what I'm saying? You have to get that out the way, baby. Cover it up and pat down. And we're ready to rock and roll. Now we're going to get the shade cloth up. We can put another cage on it tomorrow. It's starting to get hot. So pull it tight. Very good.
Hey everybody, it's me, Brian, and I had an idea. Why don't we plant some seeds in this bucket right here?
That's a basket. And what kind of seeds are we planting?
Cucumber seeds.
Cucumber. Brian said, why can't we're planting some cucumbers with the okra. He said, why can't we plant some in that basket? So he filled this all up with compost. We already watered it. So now he's going to put 2 seeds in about 6 inches apart. Just going to go down just a little bit, cover it up real good. Pat it down, Brian, the birds will get to it. And then you're going to plant your other one. Where you going to plant it?
Right here.
Okay? And instead of growing up on a trellis, we're just going to let it grow down, and it'll cascade over here and then on top of the cages that we have up under the shade cloth. I think you got a good idea, Brian. Give me 5. We'll let you guys know how it turns out. Okay, guys, this is my basil harvest for the day. We're going to dry all of this naturally in brown paper bags, the little lunch bag size. And here's the okra. It's coming in now. We're getting about that much a day. But this aroma, man, oh man, it smells so good. Here is some of the fresh basil. And my daughter told me to please put some in this bowl for her because she's cooking pasta tonight. There's nothing better than the smell and taste of fresh basil for your pasta. Now let me show you exactly how I'm going to preserve the rest of this. Basil. 2 bags of basil that has been washed and picked from the stem, and I'm going to just put them under these lights. I have 17 systems that I recently started back up, and I'm going to dry it the same way. I'm just going to put it under the light in the bag, and then later I'll take it out and put it on in a bowl, just like I have what I do with it right here. Okay, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video. I am hoping that you can find something in this video that will motivate you. And I'm going to walk toward the prayer garden to show you how it is illuminated at night. And I got one of the solar lights out right here. I'll check that out in the morning. But anyway, you know that I love you. And God loves you too. Bye now. One of my favorite things to do in the morning after I water is to watch Bria and Brian swimming today. Bria's in the pool by herself. Let's see what she can do. You ready?
Yes.
Go ahead. All right.